Moving on to topic number 3, sticking with the NFL, and a bunch of moves were made at the trade deadline. Nothing major, except for the one that was right before the trade deadline. That was that the Rams just traded Von Miller. That's right, the Rams are ramping up. Von Miller was traded to the LA Rams. Rams sent back to the Denver Broncos a second and third round pick in 2022. A lot of memes about the Rams front office and how they don't have any picks anymore, and they're all looking around like, what do we do? But clearly the Rams are going for it this year. They see what's going on with a team like Kansas City. They see some of these injuries, and they already ramped it up when they gave away all those draft picks for Matt Stafford. You already got Aaron Donald. You have really good receivers. Unfortunately, Cam Akers got hurt, but they have some other running backs that have been doing all right. Darrell Henderson's actually been very good this year. And now you see Von Miller getting traded to the Rams, Brady. And this is a pretty crazy trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is a big trade, and I have to agree with you that this is an all-in type of move for the Los Angeles Rams, where they're putting all their money where their mouth is to go and try to win a title, and they know their window is small. And I'm telling you what, I believe that Sean McVay thought their window was even smaller when they had Jared Goff. So, and he's still thinking, hey, this window is pretty small, even with a great quarterback like Matthew Stafford. So we've still got to invest everything we can to basically make a push to win a title here in either this year or next. And that's how small the window is in the NFL, that you have got to get it done when you've got some great players. And the Rams do across the board. And this just solidifies it even more. Man, I was telling my brother, a dangerous defense just gets even more dangerous. Or you could say a scary defense gets even more scary. If you're an offensive player, especially if you're a quarterback, you have got to be, crapping your pants every time you drop back. You got Aaron Donald coming up the middle, and then you got Von Miller switching sides and rushing off the edge. We know historically this guy is one of the best edge rushers of all time. And if he can stay healthy for the Rams, he is definitely going to help this defense put up some great numbers. And it's already been one of the best defenses in the NFL. But this is now, I think, top 5 defense in the NFL, rushing the passer here. And, we're talking about how the Arizona Cardinals just lost J.J. Watt, and that got, their pass rush got a little weaker. Well, now the Rams just got that much better rushing the passer. So any team going forward has got to look out for that. But, talking about a great team already on both sides of the ball, I quickly have to talk about how 2 guys that are definitely in my MVP pool of candidates are Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp. They have absolutely been tearing it up this year, especially together. A great combination of players that I've really been enjoying watching. And so now with a great defense, adding Von Miller, make it even better, and then a great offense that you've got going right now, this team is definitely first-class ticket to the playoffs, minimum, but they are looking to get themselves to the big game and see if they can win it. And I don't know. They're real dangerous. And just like we were just talking about how the last team, the Atlanta Braves, got hot at the right time, if this Los Angeles Rams team gets hot at the right time, I could easily see themselves getting to the title game.
Yeah, I think I even would have picked the Rams even before this move to be the contenders to win the Super Bowl just because of their talent. I don't even think they've fully, maximized that talent on that team either. They look good, but then there's spurts where they struggle. But this passing game, like you mentioned, Cooper Kupp's been unreal. Then you got Robert Woods, who kind of runs the intermediate routes that is really good. They put him on end arounds. Tyler Higbee's a solid tight end. They haven't had to throw to him that much, which hurts my fantasy team. But, Darrell Henderson's been really good. Sony Michel hasn't really carried the ball that much. They haven't really needed him to. And then defensively, you already had Donald. You already had Floyd. And then you already have Jalen Ramsey on the outside. Now you add Von Miller to that. That's just unreal. So this defense is going to be fast. It's also got some size. They can kind of play some different ways with this defense now with Von Miller. And, you're not going to you're going to have a tough time throwing against this team when you have Von Miller and Aaron Donald and Floyd coming at you, and then Jalen Ramsey on the outside locking down your number 1 receiver. So, I think this team is built to probably play with Tampa Bay and try to compete against Tampa Bay and then maybe even Arizona, like you mentioned. So it's going to be very interesting. This team is loaded, and you've got a great offensive mind in Sean McVay. But this Rams team, we haven't even seen their max potential yet. And I think we might see that over the next few weeks now that they have like basically an all-star team right now in LA.
Yeah, and I mean, you called it. This is a team that is loading up to not only get themselves to the title game, but to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they know that one of the only ways to beat Tom Brady is getting him off the point and getting him out of the pocket and putting pressure on him. Now, like you said, between Donald, Floyd, and then you got one of the best edge rushers all time now with Von Miller, they are definitely going to be looking to pressure the quarterback and get Tom Brady off his spot. But I'll tell you what, they still need to prepare a little bit better their secondary because, like you said, Jalen Ramsey can only lock down one player. Well, guess what? The Tampa Bay Bucs have not only one great receiver, not only three great receivers, but I'd arguably say five great receivers, including the two great tight ends. And you could even say maybe six if you put O.J. Howard in there. I think O.J. Howard, when he's healthy, is a great player. So yes. Tampa Bay Bucs have a lot of weapons. So, their one hope is that they are going to get to Tom Brady before he delivers to any of those weapons. But hey, let's move on to some more football tonight. Absolutely loving it. Topic number 4.